Hello, this is Chris. Welcome to my Crochet Basics series. In this tutorial, we will be learning how to make the chain stitch. To make the chain stitch, you will need to know how to make the slip knot. I will have a link in the description box below, and you can stop here and go and watch that tutorial to know how to make this slip knot, and come back to this video and learn how to make the chain stitch. So, to make the proper chain stitch, you want to make sure that your slip knot is not too tight and is not too loose. You want it to be able to slide up and down your hook, but you don't want it to be so loose that you can see through it. Just a littlest tiny bit right there where the yarns meet. Now, there are several ways, wrong way with the camera, to hold your crochet hook. I prefer to hold my crochet hook this way. This is the way I was taught when I was little, and some people prefer to hold it this way, like the pencil mode. You can hold it any way you prefer, and that feels best for you. Now, holding your working yarn, there's lots of different ways people hold their working yarn, and I will show you my way. So I pick up the yarn, and I take my pointer finger and I go under the yarn just like this, and with these rest of these fingers I grab the yarn and hold it this way. I don't wrap it anymore, and it's just sitting just like this. Let me show you again. So I just insert my finger and just turn my hand, and I'm not squeezing down on this, but it does provide tension as it slides through your hand, and it glides easy. This also helps to stop any knots that might be coming up, and you can fix those before it gets too far. You will want some sort of tension from your opposite hand, and this will also help you to hold and stabilize the tail. So this will be considered the working yarn, and this is the tail. Let me zoom in a little closer now so I can show you the chain stitch. So picking up your working yarn and holding it in your hand, we are going to hold our tail, and I even like to put my hand on the knot. It just seems to stabilize it a little bit more for me. So I usually place my hand right here on the knot. Now, this is considered our first chain here. Anything that's on the hook is not considered a chain, and you wouldn't count that when you're reading a pattern and you have to count up so many, chain up so many stitches. You'd never want to count what's on your hook. So to perform a chain, I kind of pick up my finger as I'm wrapping my hook under the working yarn, and let the top of the hook do the work, and grab that yarn and pull it through the loop. Just like that. So you wrap under, and I kind of lift my hand while I tilt this hand. Let me zoom out, and I'm going the wrong way. So I pull this hand up as I tilt this hand down, and kind of work together in unison. So I'm kind of going like this with my hands. Lots of people can, sometimes when I get going fast, I even just twist this when I'm crocheting at my top speed. But you would want to make sure that you practice on your chain, and make sure that when you're going along that this looks relatively, let me zoom back in now, that your chain looks relatively the same tension. So let me show you how to do the chain stitch again. So you wrap your hook or wrap your yarn over the hook, either way you prefer, or a little bit of both, and let the yarn grab on the top of this crochet hook and pull it through your loop, just like that. Yarn over, you'll see yarn over in patterns sometimes, so this is a yarn over, and that's the chain. So yarn over and chain. When I get about here, I slide my fingers up just so I have that control. So yarn over and chain, yarn over and chain, yarn over and chain, yarn over and chain. And you can see the yarn on the hook moving. See how it pulls up? You want to pull up a little bit because that helps open the loop on the hook. So you'll yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, so I'm pulling down on this at the same time, and that helps open that stitch right up. Let me show you from this angle. So it helps open, even when my tension is on there, helps open that up. And as you can see, I don't have any marks on my finger. I'm not holding the yarn that tightly. So you just practice on this until you feel comfortable. Yarn over and pull, yarn over and pull, yarn over and pull. Now with each hook you use, you're going to get a different size chain. So with the pattern, it will tell you what size hook you need to use. So I'm going to speed up a little and do a little bit of chaining, and you can see I kind of do a little bit of both. I lift a little bit of both hands here. So I'm just speeding up a little. You don't have to go fast by any means. I just want to show you a little bit of what a chain will look like when it's been chained. So let me zoom out, show you what it looks like. So here is our chain. Maybe zoom back in a little bit. And you can see it has relatively the same tension. You don't want any spots where you can see through too much. You can see through a little bit, so don't get me wrong. See, you can see the table right through there. But you want it to be the same tension. What I mean is, what you don't want to see is like when you're looping way out here and you're pulling too hard and you go like this. And when you're getting used to it, you might do that for a while. And that's okay. But eventually, see how that's looser, but it's all the same tension. You're going to want to get it to be relatively close together, just like this. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it was helpful to you. Please be sure to subscribe. I will put a link right here in the corner where you can click on it and subscribe. Please be sure to comment below and like our video and share it so you too can learn how to make different stitches. Check me out on my blog. I'll put the link right here at craftingquiltingcrocheting.blogspot.com for more tutorials and more techniques on how to get your perfect crochet stitches. Thanks for watching.